welcome back to Primal Running. Today we're going to do a quick unboxing and review of the Altra Zero Drop running shoes. This model is the Atom in a men's size 12. That's what I wear, so that's what we're going to be reviewing. Let's open on the box and see what's inside. First thing you notice is a set of soles. This set of soles gives you a slight drop from heel to forefoot. If that's what you want to add to the shoe, if that's your personal desire. There's a reason that they put these in the box. I don't think I'm going to be using these right away. I bought the Zero Drops for a reason, so let's move on. Well, there you have it. That's what they look like in the carbon taupe pattern. Again, it says the Atom right across the back. You got the little leaf design, Altra with the straps across the front. The Zero Drop shoe, what makes it so unique is actually there's quite a few things that make it unique. Obviously the reason it's called Zero Drop is because there is a zero drop from heel to forefoot. This is a 1-to-1. Okay, this is going to be a flat running shoe. That's going to be the very first thing that you're going to notice about it. This is because this is the way that you were born to run. This is the way that you were put on this planet. When you were born with a foot that was designed to run. And the Altra Zero Drops encourage that style of running instead of what the shoe companies kind of got into in the 80s with the thicker heels and more padding, which has actually led to more injuries in the field of running than anything else. It hasn't protected people's foot. It's actually harmed them. So, second thing you're going to notice is the toe box. Check that out. It's a wide toe box. Okay? That's to allow your toes to be able to splay when they hit the ground. You're not shoving your toes into a pointed toe box. When your toes splay when they hit the ground, it's going to give you more control, it's going to give you more power to push off, it's going to give you more stability. And again, when you're talking about a minimalist shoe, that's vitally important. This shoe is going to get you in touch with the ground, no pun intended. You're going to be able to feel what you're running on. You're going to be able to adjust your stride with every step. And that's what makes the Altra Zero Drops one of the other things that make the Altra Zero Drops so unique. Altra, all their shoes are gender specific. This shoe is called the Atom. The female version of this shoe is, I believe, called the Eve. Not radically creative, but it is, again, Ultra's that's their thing there. Their shoes are gender specific. They have the Atom and the Eve. They have the Samson and Delilah, the Instinct, the Intuition, the Provision, the Provisioness, and the Lone Peak in the men and women's styles. The Atom Eve style, again, we're talking about the Atom here, the men's size 12 Atom, Altra Zero Drop. It's designed for road running, barefoot running, trail running, hiking, backpacking, camping, water sports, approach climbing, fitness, CrossFit, canoeing, kayaking. You can use this shoe for anything across the board. You'll notice it's got a mesh upper here. Allow for drainage, allow for air to pass through if you're running, drainage if you're using these for some type of water sport or something like that. Again, Altra Zero Drops. What we're going to do with these, as if you've seen any of our other videos, our video on the Echo Biomes, our video on the Saucony Kinvaras, any of our other videos to do with running shoes, what we're going to do is these are brand new straight out of the box. I just got these a couple days ago. I'm going to run them through 100 miles. I'm going to bring them back, and we're going to see how they held up. We're going to give you an honest review. I'm going to use them for everything that I can possibly think of. I'm going to use them for road running primarily. I'll use them for some track running. I will use them for some trail running. I'll use them for some hiking. The only thing I probably will not be using these shoes for is mutter racing. I've got a mutter coming up here in a couple weeks. I am not going to be using these particular shoes for a mutter race. Personal opinion upon first impression, as you can see with the traction on the bottom of these shoes, not necessarily conducive to up and down hills in the mud. Again, from first impression, I've never used them, so I don't know exactly. I'm sure there's people out there who'd be just fine. I like an aggressive tread on the bottom of my shoes when I'm doing mud races. So that's it. We're going to go ahead and continue this video here in just a couple minutes, and you're going to see these shoes 100 miles later. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome back. As promised, here are the Altra Zero Drop Atoms with 125 miles worth of wear on them. Let's take a look and see how they held up. First, we'll look at the upper. We've got no tears in the mesh whatsoever on either one of these shoes. So the mesh upper has held up quite well. The Velcro strapping, again, I'm not seeing any fraying there or anything like that. So that's held up quite well. I typically only ever undid this top strap. Once I got the bottom strap set to my liking, I never really undid that. So it's the top strap that I'd be looking for wear on, and I just don't see any. Moving on. One of the first things you'll probably notice is the red squiggle here. The decaling, if you want to call it that. The accents on the shoes. Did lose a little bit of that. Lost it off the toe of this shoe over here. Lost it off the side here. Lost it off the side over here. So the decaling didn't hold up real well, but again, these shoes were used for 125 miles, mostly road running, some trail running, quite a bit of track running. Used them as daily wear shoes to and from the gym quite a bit, and to and from work quite a bit, simply because they're so comfortable, easy to get in and out of. So I used them for that kind of stuff. Keep in mind, to the gym, to the work, that kind of thing, that does not count against that 125 miles. There's actually 125 miles of running on these shoes. Now, looking at the rest of the shoe, you'll see, well, you'll see not a lot of anything, because we're not getting a lot of wear through here. These shoes have held up quite well. The stitching, I don't have any loose stitching on either one of these shoes. Again, a little bit of fraying on the decaling here, but no structural damage, no loose stitching on either one of those shoes. Moving on from there, let's take a look at the soles real quick. Turning around there, maybe you can see that a little bit better. Look at that. Those got a ton of life left in them. I mean, you barely have any wear on these whatsoever. Again, zero drop shoes, minimalistic shoes are going to force you to run forefoot. You're not going to have much heel wear on these at all. And as you can see, those look like those were almost straight out of the box. Up here, that's where your wear is going to be. And there's very, very minimal wear up there. Again, I can't complain. I cannot complain one bit about how well these Altra Zero Drop Atoms have held up. To be quite honest, this style of shoe from Altra has been discontinued. You can still find it out there on the internet. You can actually find them relatively cheap these days. I've seen these shoes as low as $25 on some websites, again, because they're either closeouts, have limited sizing supplies, or what have you. But if you can get a hold of a pair of these Atoms, wow, these are the best. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking about buying another pair before they become completely unavailable. And I can turn this into basically my daily wear pair, and I'll have another pair straight out of the box for running. That's how much I like these. So that's it. I promised you we'd come back and give you a 100-mile update. I'm giving you a 125-mile update, and that's what they look like. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.